Welcome, viewers and the audience. We're here. It's my opportunity of Talk Self to introduce and have a deep dialogue and conversation with Miss Malika Miller.
Hello.
And welcome, Miss Malika Miller.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here aboard on my show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, and you know, everybody is so interested in your music and your creativeness. Tell me what inspired you. What got you started? Who in your life really inspired you to create this music, and you're a musician too, and so forth? Tell us all about that. We're interested.
I love that question. I love that question. I grew up in Arkansas, right? So I'm a Southern girl with rural roots. And so I grew up in the church in Arkansas, and going to church every Sunday, and my mom around the house used to listen to blues too on Saturdays, and my dad listened to Isaac Hayes and all the different people like that. I grew up listening to B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, Al Green, and Gladys Knight was one of my mom's favorite artists and stuff. So growing up like that, I've always been around music. Music has been the joy, like when we have fun around the house and singing and just. So from the time I was like 6 years old, I knew that I wanted to sing because I loved entertaining people. I loved seeing the smile on people's faces when they heard me sing. You know what I mean? I love the reaction when I sing in church. You know what I mean? I just love seeing people be happy. You know what I mean? So as that child, I've always gravitated towards performing. You know, so growing up in a house like that, I'm one of 8 children. So it's like
a big family
too. Big family. And so I'm like the clown, the entertainer, the goofball.
And did you sometimes get together and get your brothers and sisters sing in the choir as well?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes,
so it's a family gathering. That's really, you know, in the family, rhythmatically and.
We all play instruments. All of my siblings, all of us, from the oldest to the youngest, except for the youngest, he didn't play instruments. But all of us play instruments.
So something like Gladys Knight with her family, the Jacksons with their family, and so forth.
I wish, but they like singing, but some of them are not comfortable singing.
Shy.
You know, they're shy, or some of them don't really. They feel like they don't have the voice to do it. But I'm the one that really like. Okay, I love singing. I love it. Heals me. It's like it's a healing.
All right. Well, that's great.
Thank you.
Favorite colors?
Oh, red.
Red.
Any shade of red is my favorite. Like any shade of red is my
that's my favorite color. So okay, I'm with that.
Yeah.
And then tell me, deep down inside, what first and foremost is the most amazing piece when you're writing that brings to mind? What can you write songs on about certain things all of the time? People make some love, some flowers, some fast life, some the hardships.
Yeah.
What makes you tick?
Yeah. I think for me, I mostly write about whatever I'm feeling emotionally. And sometimes if it's hardships, I write about that. If it's love, I write about that. Or if I've had a conversation with someone that really impacted my heart as I'm speaking to them, I can sit down and write about that. But most of the time, it's about relational stuff. About whatever emotional stuff that I'm going through, or that someone else may be going through, or that I may think someone may be feeling at that moment. So I feel like I'm a sponge. So I can sense emotions, I can feel my own emotions. And as a child, writing was therapeutic for me. But it started off as therapy for me, and something that I used to get out my emotions. And so it's just transferred into me wanting to do it and perform it and all those different things now. Yeah.
And where would you say in that young age was your spot? Was it under the tree? Because you know, down south. Oh,
I share a bedroom. I share with my 2 sisters. So we had like twin beds in the room. And so I would sit on my bed and just take out my Mariah Carey tape. Like she had, like, you know, during that time, Mariah Carey tape with the first Vision of Love or something like that. And I used to study how her songs were set up. Like you have the chorus, you have the bridge, you have this, you have the hook and whatever. So I used to sit there and study the way that the songs were written,
yeah.
and then I transferred that into writing my own songs. So I just go in my back room and just sit there on the bed and put my headset on or whatever and listen to her stuff. Or when I wanted to write something, I write it down as a poetry or whatever in the room and just put it in that section like they had it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And that's how. And so, surely you inspired the different individuals in your church. Would you go to church every week? Did you ever, like I know you just like to just get out there and sing. I know that they gave you the opportunity to just get out there and sing solos.
Yes, ma'am, they did.
And those spiritual old songs.
Yes, they did. I still sing in my church, and I still sing solos and different things like that. But when I was growing up, it was the thing, me and my mom, you know, in the South, they would always have like the pastor anniversary or the church and choir anniversary or whatever anniversary, and they would invite me to come and sing during services or whatever, and it was great. It was like really nice.
I know that had to lift you up. It really had to lift you up, particularly since your family and everybody was right on the same page, you know, with the spiritual growth and the reality of feeling good, and this is how, you know, you guys transformed that energy into something that was spiritual and positive.
Yes, ma'am.
And so as you attended because I know that you're also an educator.
Yeah.
And so I know education is just something that's tremendous, that's needed in, you know, everywhere, just everywhere. And that's also another positive way to actually grow. So music is a growth, theater, all of these things. Have you ever sung in a play? Or?
I did.
Okay.
When I was in college, I sang, well, it's been years. But I also sang in a play a couple of years ago here. But when I went to the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff, a historically black college. Woo woo.
Okay.
And so I was in this play called Ain't Misbehaving.
Okay.
And it was so much fun. And that's where I got the taste of acting. So I do love acting too. Like I feel like I'm a natural performer. You know? Okay.
Absolutely. I bet you are too.
Natural actress.
Yeah. And I know that you know, so wow, I know you have so many songs that you do these years.
I have.
So many that nobody even heard of, not released.
I do, and I plan on releasing it in the next month or so. I think probably in August, mid-August or something like that. So releasing all the songs I have not released yet and creating an EP or something like that. So people could get a chance to hear the songs that I've been wanting to release, timing wasn't there.
Right.
You know, so now I
feel
like
you're
it's
busy.
the time.
You're, you know, professional, teaching. You know, so it's I know it's hard to balance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over the years living here. Because I moved from Arkansas to here years ago. Okay. And so over the years living here, it's been hard, extremely hard balancing teaching school. I taught middle school, high school, and I just finished teaching college. Okay. So doing that, and I'm trying to survive as you're still holding on to this dream that you have of singing.
Because here in New York, things are incredibly expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah, and it can, incredibly.
It can be discouraging at times because you have this passion, especially if you have many passions, Gina. If you have many things that you can do and you love doing, but the one passion that I have that's been with me since I was a child is singing. Like I love teaching. I love my children when I was teaching middle school. Many of my children, they become my children, so I tell them. Yeah, absolutely. They become my children.
I mean, you are aware of where they're going. You know when they're having struggles in different classes, and you're the type of teacher I can just tell that will give them a call, look, come by, stay after school a minute, or come in a little early. Let's try to get try to get you some help. You know, I can tell that you would be one of those teachers that would, you know, go the extra mile to make sure that these kids can pass their grades and be able to be successful.
I was, and I was also that teacher that put fire underneath their butts too when they needed the fire. Like, look, come on, you can do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. We can do this.
No nonsense too, because this is serious.
This is serious.
This is serious. This is your education. No nonsense.
Exactly.
If you need help, let's figure it out what we can do.
Yeah.
And we can get your parents involved.
Exactly.
Just to help and get the parents involved to really assist you.
Yeah.
So that they could maybe not have so much of a break and stay in a little bit more and study a little bit more. Sometimes we just have to rearrange our time.
Yeah,
you
prioritize.
Know what I mean? Yeah.
Prioritizing, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really swell. And so currently I know you wrote so many songs, but what is your new baby? What are you working on right now that
well, right now I'm promoting my singles.
Okay.
I'm promoting one of my singles called Don't Give Up Now. And I wrote that song years ago when I was going through a period in my life that I was unsure. Like I was going through discouragement. I had quit teaching at that time.
Really? Was it that the teachers, the children were bad?
No, it wasn't that. It's that I was wanting to perform. I wanted to pursue music.
Okay.
I quit teaching several times over the years in order for me to pursue music. Okay. Like having that dream of, okay, this is what I'm here for. This is what I want to do. You know, you see it, you can feel it like it's right there, but you just miss it. It fades through your hands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you didn't want that dream to slip away.
Right. But at this point, when I wrote that song, my dream was slipping away.
Okay. At least that's what you felt in your heart, and you had to do something.
I didn't have to do it. It was slipping away to the point where I was praying to God. I was like, God, take it away from me. Okay. Take this desire away from me. If this is not what you created me to do, if this is not what you want me to do with my life, take it away from me, because the burden of carrying and this desire around was heavy. And so, it's funny enough. When you say
heavy, describe that heaviness.
It was depressive.
Okay.
It was depressing. It was like living a life that you felt you were not meant to live. Like you're living...
Like an imposter, like being in a shell, being somebody else.
Right. Like that, when you know you want to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like for years, I felt like I was living this life of just... One of the sayings that I hate when people say this to me, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to do what you want to do, or something like that. Someone used to say that to me.
I don't believe in that.
I don't either. And I used to fight against that. But at this point in my life, I was battling with my faith, battling with believing that God had given me this gift to go and perform and sing and heal the world and help reach the world for Him and help to impart love in their hearts through music and healing and stuff through music, you know? And so when I sat down this particular day, and this is how He works with me. God works with me in this way. It's like the song came to my mind, the lyrics. I just started writing on a piece of paper, the lyrics to the song. Okay. And the melody started coming to me. Okay. And I just started, I recorded it. And mind you, this was over 8 or so years ago. Wow. Long time ago. Okay. And that song was helping me make it through that period of my life.
It was a crystal clear message that
God wanted me to do it.
Exactly.
It was that's because He wouldn't have given that song to me if this was not what He wanted me to do. Exactly. Right? And so I've sang that song around my house to myself so many times to help me make it through. And so I was like, okay, this year, and I recorded it with a producer in Delaware. His name was Herb Middleton. Okay. And Herb found me during a period of time, whereas I'm like fighting this passion, like fighting with myself to pursue this. Right. And so I had reached out to Herb after I had recorded some other songs. I reached out to him, and he loved my songs. And so he wanted to work with me. Okay. And so I went to Delaware, and I told him my vision of this song. Okay. And I said I want it recorded like the sound of how I grew up, the church I grew up in, the music, the way the people used to sing was that heartfelt, deep, felt. Yeah, just beautiful. Just feelings, you know what I mean? And just harmony, everybody on the same, so powerful. Excuse me. But it was just that, and I didn't want any like drums to it. I just wanted somebody's foot stomping to it, because when I grew up in some churches in the backwoods, sometimes they only had hardwood floors. Yeah. You know, and you can hear the people there, like the old men they used to sing and used to whatever, they'd be pounding on the floor or whatever when they started singing the songs or whatever. And they got the spirit, so to speak. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to create a song like that, that had that feeling. Okay. You know. Nice. And so when we were in the studio, literally, the beat that y'all hear when you hear the song, it's one of my best friends stomping her foot. Okay. and Herb stomping his foot to create that sound of that foot stomping feeling. Yeah. So whenever I perform the song, every time I perform this song, the audience automatically starts stomping their foot. Yeah, because it moves them. Yeah. It moves them. It naturally moves them. It naturally moves them. Yeah. So that's the song, Don't Give Up Now. I want you guys to hear it. All right. Okay, Maestro, we're going to hit that song. All right. Na 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 la 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 na 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 na. down, but I didn't stay long. Kept my head, but now I'm gone. Was tired of running this old race, but now my feet can't stand the pain. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Was tossed around and back and forth. My mind was filled with doubts and fears. Didn't know what was going on, but now I know I'm coming home. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Was asking God when my chance gon' come. He said hold on, cause it won't be too long. He said just keep running by my side, and I sure up will be your guide. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Sing na 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 tired of bills coming constantly, and gotta down to meet this need. Behind on rent, barely holding it down, but I have to keep on trying. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You got all these old mouths to feed. You don't know when the next meal will be. You're tired of trying to find a job, but no one will hire you now. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Y'all, I know life can be hard, but please listen to me. Life can seem so hard these days, but believe that you will make your way. Just hold on to these words you hear, and know that God kept His promise. Don't give up now, you can't stop now. Ooh, na 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 na. Don't give up now. Don't give up now.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is, I like that.
Thank you.
I really like that, and
Thank you.
you know, what's not to like? I can actually something like that. I could see that, you know, when the church and even other things, the spiritual events, that song would be definitely welcomed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, what's not to like? It's just the joy.
Yeah.
People want to hear about good things sometimes, and we know that, you know, with the reality of life, that everything is positive and negative at the same time. But the thing is, what can you do to put the positive energy out there and the goodness?
Right.
And that was one way to do it.
Thank you.
Very beautiful way to do it. And I also really appreciate the idea that with this, your mom, your family, you know, the impact of family.
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
just a wonderful, you know, just a wonderful occasion.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to shoot the video there. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to cry. I'm feeling so teary-eyed just watching the video.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, families, that's something that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And to have your mom embrace it, your dad embrace it, your, your brothers and sisters embrace it.
Yeah, uncles, everybody.
You know, it's just a good thing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, I mean, it's just been amazing. And then that was just one of the songs. And then we know that you have booked all of these, that you've been writing all of these years. You should be able to put out at least 10 tracks on each album. You know what I mean?
Record them. I
Yeah.
have to record. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get in the studio. Somebody need to pay for me to go to a studio. That's my prayer.
All right. Well, we can, you know.
Thank you.
I always look at it from my standpoint is that no prayer goes unanswered.
Yeah.
And no effort is wasted.
Yeah.
You know, so I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Most of the time I even have my shirt on that says, never give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I believe in that, but then there's also the fact is that, of course, then we must put forth the effort.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And, yeah. And here's the other side is that you're putting forth effort because you're doing the work. You got the songs, you've been writing them, you've been creating them, you've been getting the beats, you've been doing the music behind it.
Yeah.
Some things you don't want instruments, you wish you want natural clapping and stomping of the feet, which goes back to our history since the beginning, the very beginning.
Yeah.
That rhythm and blues and that soul that we just inspired, and we inspired everybody in the world with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
So we don't have to have no trumpets and no drums and no horns and no saxophones, and we can just do it and you can just blow it out there. And it just goes to show you that everything doesn't have to be all pumped up. It's all right if you want to pump up a couple of songs, but just come from the heart, the spirit of the song. You know, it's just with the message the positive message that it sends. So it's a good intention.
Thank you.
And we feel really, you know, just great about that. You know what I mean? So, you know, this was really inspirational to me because I was actually, I love all kind of music. So, you know, I love soul, gospel, rhythm and blues, even music and beats from different cultures and things like that. But that kind of song that you just sung, though, would be so positive just if you just had the music. Yeah. That's that people could get together and clap. And with their thought and their prayer and their mind and what it is that they can inspire for that.
Yeah.
You know, so that right there in itself. So you could have the actual vocal singing, and you can also have the, you know what I mean? Just so it's you know, you're doing your thing.
Thank you.
You're doing your thing, Miss Miller, and we're lucky.
It.
The world is lucky to have you in it to participate and give us this kind of spiritual upbringing and power us up. Because the world is really difficult right now.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
And sometimes we need more than just our outside or just our families. Things are so evil going on in this world that sometimes we need to really pull together as a whole, the globe and society. And this is the kind of music that everybody can grab hands and we can overcome. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can overcome.
That's my hope.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
That is the whole thing, for me to be used in that way to help people to join together and be unified. Yeah. And to take down the walls that hinder us from really being a human race. Absolutely. And really loving each other the way that Jesus calls us to love each other. Absolutely. You know? So.
Well, how could people reach out to you? Do you have a website? What do you have out there so people can know about contacting you or figuring out about your music?
Okay. So that song that you just heard is on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Under Malika Miller.
Malika Miller.
You can download it for free. Okay. And I have other songs on there that you can download for free too. Okay. They can check out my website.
And that website is?
www.melillerler.net.
.net.
Yeah, MalikaMiller.net. Okay. And so they can check that out. They can follow me on my YouTube channel. They can find me on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram and Twitter. I actually have an article out. I was in an article in a magazine that people can check out too about my life, business things. All right. Yeah. And that was really awesome. So follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. You can find my fan page on Facebook. Okay. And Instagram.
All right. Excellent. Yeah. Now you might have had said it a little too fast. If you want to just repeat it real slow for for the whole world.
Okay. It's under M-E-L-I-K-A Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, on all different sites like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My website is www.melillerler.net. M-E-L-I-K-A Miller.net. And you can check out my music on SoundCloud. I also have another single out that's on iTunes called O. It's just O-H.
Oh.
Just O.
All right, well now that sounds great.
It's on all different digital sounds.
And is this another song that when you just give that powerful voice?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to just hum a little bit of it?
I can.
Okay.
You put me on the spot. I tried to kill you. Oh, I'm getting confused which one it is.
Oh.
No.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous now. Like,
I don't want you to be nervous. No. I don't want to put you on the spot. Then.
It's like it went straight out of my mind. Like, hold on, how did I do that? It says, singing on, gotta keep holding on.
Woohoo! And with that, you gotta know that you have to grab this music from Miss Miller off the top. She gave you all the information. We're getting ready to say goodbye, but with that, our deepest love. Summer's here, it's upon us, and I can't tell you how honored I am that you were here to sing these beautiful songs. She gave you a little taste, but you got to get out there, got the information, get the music.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.